Hello everybody and welcome back to the Amalgam Estate. One of those came out a little bit too fast. Either way, in this episode, we're gonna do something a little bit irresponsible. We're gonna go after the Lord of the Flies. So, it's a level 6 dungeon, and we have level 5 characters, all with level 4 weapons and armor. So, it's not a good idea. However, we have the power of anime on our side, so let's hope that anime's broken enough. Holy, what a high roll. 13 free food. That saves some money. The stagnant smell of death clings to these halls. And we better not keep the Reaper waiting. We bring Jali, the Martyr, with Duncan's Head, the Fortifying Garlic, Encourage, Sacrifice, Revival, and Mystical Protection. We then bring Flack, the Vigilante, with the Buffonata, Mora's Head, Anticipation, Wind Up, Combo Smash, and Combo Chop. We then bring Natalie, the Ocean Dragon Maid, with the Deep Sea Fish Jerky, the Ancestors Map Welcome. I'll clean it up, don't be a maniac, and it's on me. Before we finish it off with Sky, the Ancient Ones, who has the Cherugian's Charm, the Fermented Herring, and all of her abilities. Okay, this isn't as long as I thought. And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say he's at the very bottom. But this is a level 6 dungeon, so we need to be on guard. We need to be playing as good as possible. That is not a normal pig. Luckily, we have a little thing called neurotoxin. I'm gonna go for a stun. I'm gonna miss. Ow, don't do it. Woohoo! Okay, when you resist, neurotoxin does get its first little bit of damage. Wind up! It's up! Oh. Okay, a bit of a low roll, but that's okay. Oh, that's gonna be a reoccurring theme. Good job, Flack. Good job. Can't wait to see your dialogue later. Let's go ahead and land anything. They don't even have that much dodge. And we're only one level down, too. Oh, this is not good. Flack, get a heal. Good stuff. Out of service. Okay. Bonk. Bit of neurotoxin. By the way, since this is a dungeon I've literally never done before, we're just gonna show the whole thing again. Why not? Keep the trend going. 4 damage, that is an unfortunate roll. Ugh, 10 damage. Oh, that felt great, Jelly says. Okay, neurotoxic continues to kick in. He's dead next turn. But not before he gets some stress. Okay, we're just gonna ignore him for the most part. Yeah, let's just go for a party heal, why not? Little bit of regen, we get a little bit of charge. That is our first ability that landed to give us charge. That is, not amazing. 26 damage going down from Flack. Okay, we can take him out with our next attack. Provided that doesn't stun. Fare thee well. Or not. Oh man, this is the first fight. Oh man, this is not good. Now, a smart man would probably leave now. But I am not a smart man. Therefore, we continue along. Oh my god. Well, turns out the smart man would have survived. Do you count as a structure? Undead Skiver? He has 2 actions? Oh no. You know who we should have brought? Dang it. You know who we should have brought? Genuinely, we should have brought Raptor. Raptor would have been able to siphon everything and then give it back. Oh, what a misplay. To be okay, that's not to say that this team is bad. I think Raptor is just S tier. Open up. Okay, 10 damage. A little bit of neurotoxin. Ball and chain. Oh, it does hit. And it does stun. Ineffable command. More accuracy, more damage, more healing received, and more healing received if you're low health. Oh, that's, how about a debuff? We didn't land the debuff. Spectre roast. Ooh, wow. A ton of damage reflection. What buff is that from? That's from one of her quirks, right? Reflective scale. That's the one. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Protect Flak for the moment. That also increases the amount of healing that we get, which is good. Ouch. Okay, we don't get bled. You get more neurotoxin. You're not dead, because you have a lot of health. Convocation of Decay. Perhaps a little problematic, yes. Okay, go for the ads. That way we can get them just completely out of the way. This'll bleed. Progress. This now gives us crit. It does put us in range of the big blight, but I think we'll be okay. The amount that we're missing is not doing good things for my mental. Okay, we do get some extra damage, so if anything, I'm okay with that. More neurotoxin. You're almost dead. Ball and chain, as long as we don't get stunned. Good. We're up to 45%. 60%. And he's dead next turn, so I really don't have to worry about you at all. That, however... Oh, and it landed. That's not good. Well, we do get 2 more stacks of neurotoxin. That's good. Okay. 2 enemies down. Flak ensures that Jali has as good of a chance as possible, and we definitely will survive. If I had used the other ability, we would have had a regen and been able to heal this turn, but since I didn't, we can't. Minimum roll. Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. I 100% knew that we were gonna survive. Oh my god, we're full health. What a crit. What a crit. Convocation of Decay. You don't have much protection, so batter up. 12 damage going down on the Lich. This deals extra damage. Plunk. If it lands, which it didn't. Let's go ahead and get that regen and not make the same mistake. Now, a schmack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 60% more damage. Jolly is definitely doing quite good. Okay, neurotoxin does blight. That's good for us. The Black Hand. I don't know what that would have done, but I'm glad that it didn't land. Apparently, it applies a buff, a debuff, and a mark. So that's good. That's so good. I'm gonna do a stress heal. Or wait. Yeah. I'm gonna do stress heal. Alright. Sacrifice our own stress so that everyone else feels a little bit better. Bunk. These minimum rolls feel so bad. Okay, he applies more blight. Not amazing. But what if we land the 40% stun, which we did not land? 60% more damage with Jelly! Takes this enemy out. Oh, this is not good. This is so bad. Ah! As I said, this is not good. Oh, this is going so poorly, dude. Oh my god, what is that? That is awful. Well, let's prepare ourselves for a regen, shall we? You do have 45% protection, so I kind of just want to go for the swing. Alternatively, if we get... Hang on. Because we ignore 10% of armor, so that's 35, plus 2 damage. Yeah, that wouldn't be enough. Okay, 12 damage on him. That's not terrible. This doesn't apply neurotoxin, so let's go for... I'll clean it up. 2 stacks of neurotoxin for us, so our big bubble is going to do some extra damage. Rah! Okay. Hurrah! Alright, Flak taking a little bit of damage, that's alright. I kind of want to go for a guard. I'm going to be honest, I kind of want to go for a guard. But, let's just focus our attacks for the moment. Well, the guard wouldn't have done anything, because it would have hit him anyway. It also stunned. Well, that was a good amount of damage, considering. Now we go for a guard. Hopefully, another backhand isn't about to be in our future. But let's just give a little extra layer of protection, shall we? Raw. Ouch. Okay, that is a buff for us, though. Neurotoxin doing its thing. Flak is no longer on Death's Door. He's also currently untargetable, unless it's an AoE. What are we up to? We're up to 45% more damage on Jolly. I don't know how you reach that far, but okay. Hey, let's go for another stack of regen. You know how much I love that. Okay, another stack of neurotoxin. Honestly, that's doing most of our damage right now. Let's see, I am gonna buff up, and then Flak, I want you to heal, and also take out this Ghast. Pretty good hit. Neurotoxin, actually. Neurotoxin takes him out next turn. Hey, that still counts as a hit. 34 stress, what is that? Not ideal. Okay, good dodge, Jolly. Okay, backhand coming down once again. Jolly continues to take damage. Are we up to... We have 75% more damage. Woo, that feels pretty good. You are not dead. However, you will be next turn, so I'm ignoring you. Someone is mowing their lawn outside. I might pause recording here in a second. Okay, absolutely colossal amount of healing going down. Yeah, 45% armor pen. 15 damage on the Swine Tar, and now minimum roll with Jolly. 75% more damage, and we only deal 7 damage. Then again, he does have 45% protection. We can't forget that. Right now, he only has 20%, but still. Well, I think we just hit 100% damage. No, but we're close. Don't do it. Hey! Wow, that was actually a perfect turn. I cannot believe how well that turn went. That Borderline should not have gone that well, but we're just gonna ignore that. I sure hope he doesn't have a certain ability that I'm suddenly worried he has. You know what? Pull him back forward. It didn't work. He's not faster. Oh, we can't end the fight. Oh, if we end the fight right now, Jolly can't heal. Okay. Just go for a riposte. Good stuff. There we go. Good as new. Okay. We take that. I was really worried he was going to go for the spear. So he's dead regardless of what we do now. So, that being said, I'm just going to shuffle. Okay, well, I was going to try and creep out some healing, but I guess that wasn't meant to be. Alright, I'm going to pause recording while this guy, does his yard. Whoa. Time to resume where we were. So, okay, hang on. I want to break down my thought process here, because technically, we could go to the left, we could go to the right, we could go down the middle. Here's what I'm thinking. We have, like, 3 different opportunities to come down this middle path. Therefore, I'm just gonna immediately go down the middle path. Honestly, that's my entire thought process. Not much else to it. Okay, 2 Ghasts, a Reaver, and a Carrion Masterwork. Well, I don't like that, so goodbye. He resisted the knockback. I don't know what to tell you. Ow. Okay, well, tell you what. What if I just get some crit back? That's not the crit that I had in mind, but it's the crit I'll accept. Oh, my extra arms! God dang, freak. Flak hit him so hard, he immediately lost his second turn. That is like beautiful amounts of damage. Let's heal Flak. Aha! Good thing we did that. Okay, we all get buffed if we're Believer. I don't believe too many people on this team are, though. But, I'm so glad the regen still goes through, even if we miss. Don't do it. Ah! Oh. Well, it was bound to happen. Ow. By the way, Jolly does take additional damage, so I think that is part of the reason some of these hits are hitting her so hard. As for everybody else, well, that's just naturally very high damage. Unfortunately, our healing received was debuffed by the Ghast. Whiplash. Hey, that went pretty good. He didn't die, are you serious? 1 health? Absolutely not. You do not get another turn on my watch. Okay, good dodge. Ow. That's fine. We get 15% damage for it, so technically, it's a net gain. Oh, we're playing such a risky game by still sticking through this dungeon, dude. My instincts are telling me that we should leave. And yet, I feel like we stand a pretty good chance. Ball and chain. Yep. No. Oh, okay. Well, we do end up getting stunned, unfortunately for us. We're not on death's door yet. Everything is okay. We don't need a self-heal. So, let's... Bleeding them is almost not an option. 130, he has 80%. So that's what, like a 50% chance? Alright, we go for it. It doesn't land, but that's expected. We do recover from stun, and we're getting ready for a big heal. Ooh, good dodge, Natalie. Excellent work. How much charge do we need to activate, Old. We need 20. Okay. Now, not that we're going to activate it before we get to the boss. I think that is a massive misstep if we do, but it's good to know how close we are. Okay, +2 flat damage. I was debating hitting this one just to get him a little bit lower health, but I don't think it was a play. This has good potential. 8 and 11 damage. It also gets rid of one of the corpses. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty worthwhile. Jolly moves back to the front and is sent to death's door. That's all right. We have a regen, and we're faster. He lives with 1. He lives with 1 health. Ooh, wow. You can't see Jolly. You can't see her. Let's see. This will heal us. We don't need that. Honestly, just get rid of him. Just don't even let him try. Okay, only 5 damage. That's good. Back to 60%. Okay, we are doing okay. We are doing all right. +2 damage. Oh, yeah. Every fiber of my being thinks that we should retreat because this is only gonna get worse. And yet we continue. All I'm saying is, if people die, I recognize that it is 200% my fault, okay? I'm willing to take the blame. There is no game RNG at play if someone dies. It is my fault. Oh my god, what is that? Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious. Okay. I don't know what you are, but I don't like you. Maybe this is why you shouldn't just immediately go down the middle route. The middle route is probably path of least resistance, but also has the hardest fights. Probably should have thought about that. You don't have too much protection. So... +2 flat damage. Unfortunately, a bit of a low roll. Story of this dungeon. Fatal blow. Okay, 17 damage. Chance for bleed. Yeah. Let's get a regen. We also do land a double crit while we're at it. Let's go for a heal on Flak, huh? I feel like this is just the play. I didn't want to use it this early, but honestly, we don't have much of a chance. So... that didn't even do as much damage as I thought it was. 20% chance to stun. We don't land it. That's fine. Undying Defiance. Minus 50% damage received while guarding. Oh. You all have neurotoxin. This is so bad. Okay, it's alright. Everything is okay. Prepare. +2 flat damage. We did 6 whole damage. Oh, goodness. Are you a beast? You are. Okay. Ouch. You have a riposte? You have a riposte when you go below 30-something% health. Oh, that's how we're gonna do this fight, huh? Oh, that's how we're gonna do this. Okay, I pass. I refuse to hit you, and I refuse to spend health, because we're probably going to lose a majority of it. 34 stress. Painful. Not the end of the world, but painful. We're going to soak 2 ripostes. Ow. One of them missed. Okay. Start getting our charge back up. 15% more damage for us. Good stuff. Fatal blow. Probably good that that missed. This will... I was gonna go for the double hit, but I don't think it would be worth it, honestly. Let's just go for a party heal. Jali is taking 0 healing, or her health pool is just that massive, honestly. Both could be the case. Fatal blow, misses once again. We like that. He's also no longer guarding, so he is taking normal damage. Other than the protection, of course. We can't... Yeah, we can't wind up. Oh! Guaranteed kill! Alright. The Death Knight goes down, and we're looking pretty healthy. It's 2... Okay, what a crit. We like that, we like that. That's good. If we can keep up that kind of attitude, we're gonna make it through this no problem. Good stuff! Amazing job. Well done. Okay, we're gonna try and get a little bit of stress healing this turn. I am going to attempt to stall just long enough to get a stress heal. We're stalling just long enough. There we go. Good stuff. All right. Worth it. Maybe not worth it. All right, well, Flat got some stress healing, but overall, that was a net loss. 1 health? No! All right, well, we do get a tiny bit more stress healing because we crit him. Okay. 2 room battles and a regular battle. Oh my god, we should not have gone down the middle. Oh my goodness me. Luckily, barely anybody eats on this team. So, just so I'm stressed faster. Okay, that helps. Do you eat less? No, so just stress faster, and the fermented herring was enough to make us go from like 12 food to 4. Okay. If afflicted, that won't do anything. Let's do Midnight Animal. Under the cover of darkness. Let's remove mortality buffs. I don't know what all those sounds are, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. Then, let's wash the pain away. Good as new. Okay, time for 3 battles. What? It keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. What is this now? Okay. We fight it as we fight any other enemy. It may be massive, but it can still bleed and die. Alright, what you got? Sunder. Okie dokie. Okay, it stuns too. Oh, we do still get a riposte. Hey, crit regen. That's nice. I'm just gonna pretend that you don't ignore guard and go for a guard, assuming that you don't. I'm also gonna steal some of your health. Minimum roll?
We could have hit for 20. Festering gullet.
Okay, you don't ignore guard. What is this now? Is this gonna deal, like, every turn bleed? Let's go for a heal. Yeah, let's just make ourselves nice and healthy. Okay, big hit. Oh, it stresses us out after every attack. Oh, good. We're almost through him, though. We have actually almost, like, okay. We've basically completely annihilated this guy. Uh-oh. 5/2 regen. Well, that's a taste of my own medicine.
Unless.
2 health! The blight won't kill him because he has a regen. But flak will. Dude, these enemies are so terrifying. Alright, we just continue along. It's like we didn't just fight a massive abomination. Oh, okay. Surprise, we take that. How about that, that damage was practically nothing. Let's buff up and then get a riposte. That sounds good to me. That sounds real good to me. I'm also gonna light up my torch just so we have a little bit more dodge. You know what I mean? Try and get him below 50%. That way he isn't able to do his shenanigans. Oh, barely didn't count. Okay. We do riposte against backhand. We also get a tiny bit of damage reflection. Oh, he loses his second turn as soon as it ticks over to his turn. Very, very good for us. Bone cage. Wait, what? Did he use an action to get rid of an action? Is that what just happened? Okay. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but let's gain some more crit chance. Now, he is going to get an Aegis once he's low enough health, so let's bait it out by putting him below... What? Oh, that's how you... Okay, I see. I understand now. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go for clean it up. That's now 3 neurotoxins, so our... Why are you passing? Okay. Are you out of range to hit everything back there because you don't have your halberd? Can you not use any skills from the back? Wow, completely countered. Didn't even mean to do that. Our bubble, circling back around, is going to be dealing an extra 60% damage because we do have neurotoxin on every enemy. So even though... Oh, it doesn't have the damage debuff anymore since we leveled it up. Oh. Well, that's nice. 5, 8, and 11. We also bait out the Aegis. Very good. We're... Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have enough hit chance for that. Let's go ahead and heal. We also get rid of the Aegis. Unfortunately, the crit was used up by the Aegis, so not ideal there. Okay, we end up dodging. He moves anyway, though. He also gets a riposte.
Devour spine.
Okay, that does stress us out a little bit, but that's okay. We will be okay. 10 health. Okay, so he goes down to 5. And now he's dead. Bull rush. Ow. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. Also, it had a chance to stun. Good lord. Like every ability that they do stuns. Also, their riposte did so much damage. That was unexpected. Probably should have expected it, but that's okay. I life-stealed more than you did. Therefore, I am the winner. Okay, getting hit on Natalie is totally fine because we get a little bit of damage reflection as well. Let's go for a heal on Flack. Now he's looking right as rain. +2 flat damage. Ow. He's down to 7. Backhand. Ooh, double dodge. Excellent work. And now he's dead. There's a 10% chance that we missed that. There was a chance that we did not land it. Special Bristle and Bone Trinket. +8% crit if your HP is above 50%. +2 speed if you're above 50%. -20% protection if above 50%, but 20% more if you're below. Okay. I'll leave the Sapphire for that. By the way, I do want to keep the blood. Purely because of Hydrox. Let's just heal back up to full. We may as well. Debatably should have done that and then kept the gold. Brother. What is this? -40% crit multiplier. That sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I would prefer that over not being able to heal. Corpse Monger. Well, let's just get Neurotoxin on both of you immediately. Then, let's start amping up a regen before things get completely out of control. Flack, +2 damage, please. Okay, 19 damage on the Death Knight immediately. Very good.
Serpent inspiration.
+12% death blow chance. Oh, good. Alright. Moldering Maelstrom. Oh, there's that stress on attack thing. Okay. How about we just use up our extra damage before you start taking none of it? 20% chance for a stun? Oh, we land it this time. Okay. How much do we need for Ode? We need 20 still? Okay. I kind of want to go for a stress heal. And I think I'm going to. Alright, everyone is basically back to normal. We like that. Let's hit the Corpse Monger in the back just so he's a little bit lower health.
Mark for undeath.
It missed. So, based on those debuffs, I'm going to imagine that's not good stuff that it would have done. Ouch. 10 damage on him for 11 to us. We do... actually, we won that trade despite everything. Let's go ahead and get some more damage. And then Flack, guaranteed lands it. 7% chance to crit, we land it every time. Next turn. We land it every time. Next turn.
His will.
Just a stress, huh? Well, start doing damage to the Piggo in the back. We do get stressed out because we did an attack.
Marked for undeath.
Okay, we resist a debuff, but it is a stress. We do get marked. We also take a little bit of damage. You are dead, so I'm ignoring you. Okay. We could go Ode. I am not going to. Let's instead just get some extra max health. We also land a crit despite everything. He goes down to 1 health. And now he doesn't die because we missed everything. You don't have a revive. No! Oh my god, I thought about it the moment the turn was ending. No way. If we had landed either one of those attacks, we would have prevented the revive. Oh, man. I thought about it at the last possible second. Also, if the Blight had killed him, it wouldn't have left a corpse. Multiple things went bad there. multiple things. He's dead, so I'm ignoring you. Let's just focus fire on the Death Knight. Well, more aptly, the Undeath Knight. I'm not gonna attack you, just in case the Death Knight is able to bring you back to life. Let's swap. +2 flat damage. We also are gonna technically gain more crit after he dies. Ow. Cool sound effects. Really cool sound effects. I like his, I like his design. Okay. Jump. I wonder if I could replicate that. I'm gonna try in a minute. Not right now, but I am gonna try in a minute. Let's get a heal, and we also kill. Okay, we get a stress heal. Flak is not messing around. I would rather have the deeds, thank you. There he is. 2 more battles, and then the boss. Oh, please! There's so many Death Knights! Alright. We take out this fight. Then we camp. Then we take out the next fight. That's the goal. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know who I want to go for first, honestly. I guess the Death Knight. The Death Knight does have the potential to take half damage, so there is that. Just go for a regular hit. Okay, they both have more death blow chance. Ouch. Oh! Oh! Oh, that sucks.
I won't accept failure. Wah!
Now, I know what you're thinking. And we could use Ode. I'm not going to. You cannot convince me to use it yet.
Undying defiance.
Backhand. Move us back. No. Right, that's not the one that moves us. I'm thinking of Thrash. There's too many abilities. They're all called the same thing. Actually. Ow. Okay, well, we don't land the stun, but we did get a good amount of damage. Unfortunately, he got just as much back, so there is that. Let's go for I'll clean it up. He ends up missing. That's fine. We get a tiny bit of damage on both. Fatal Blow ends up missing. Probably a blessing in disguise. Let's go for the schmack. Ow. Probably wasn't a very worthy trade. Retreat going down. That ability doesn't seem to land very often. Seemingly quite low accuracy, which I'm not complaining about. I am just making a note of. Okay, down to 10. Oh, Flak has him. You know, Fatal Blow, I'm really thinking is going to hit harder than his will. Okay, he does have Pig Spear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has Pig Spear still. Oh, that didn't feel good. I'm gonna heal. Let's just not even chance it, huh? Now, I will steal your health. He has 1 health left. He is dead to Blight, so we ignore him completely. Flak. He has 45% protection. Get him. Okay, good dodge. That probably would have put you on Death's Door. 20 crit. Oh, man. Followed by a 12 riposte straight back to us. I'm so glad that we brought multiple levels of healing because, good lord, the damage is pretty insane. Okay, and the crits are also pretty insane. Okay. You're dead. I'm not going to stand in the way of that. Okay, Sky decides that she doesn't want him to even have a remote chance. Oh! Death Knight's Mace, Bristle and Bone. Plus 30% damage if HP is below 50%, plus 10% crit if HP is below 50%. Minus healing received if below 50%, and Double healing received if at death's door. Also, you take 25% more damage. You're also buffed if you have the 2 set, of which this is not part of. Okay. We know there's nothing in the way, so we don't need the shovel. And we know that this is going to be the final fight, so we don't need the keys. We also probably don't need the torches, so I will take the emeralds instead. Okay, backtrack. Let's go for a camp. Whew, okay. First things first. Prevent nighttime ambush. Let's get some killer instinct. Okay. Then... +2 flat damage, or we get some stress healing. I'll take the damage. Yep. Damage seems like a good choice right now. No, are you serious? Another battle showed up? Why? Oh, there's 3 hallway battles. Please be something small. Oh my god. So much for planning ahead.
This dungeon just doesn't end!
Who would have guessed that, like, a massive graveyard of beasts would have a never-ending supply of beasts? Who would have guessed? You know, not me. I mean, I would have thought that this would have been easy. Either way, we have 2 neurotoxins on the field. Ow. That might stun? No, it's just a bleed. Ow. 15% more damage. We like that. Good. Good. We're definitely not bleeding any of you, so let's go ahead and up our damage. Get rid of his extra turn. We also get 70% more crit. Okay. Good. Dodge, flak.
Uproot!
Okay, that had the potential to stun again. There were so many stuns in this place. Good lord. Also, a little bit of healing. Feeling good. Feeling pretty good. We got another crit heal on flak. Goodness. Let's go for a stun. Doesn't land. Okay. Unfortunate. Not the end of the world. Try and take him out before he gets a turn. Unfortunately, didn't quite work. Skull Cracker. Didn't stun, but it had the opportunity. Absolutely colossal bubble damage going down. Death throws. Ah! Well, we were looking good on stress. Flay skin, that's a bleed. That's a huge bleed is what that is. Okay, you have to go. And then we will try and heal flak as much as possible. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Aegis down. Another regen for us. Go for the stab. Then we go for a heal on flak. Alright. We're still looking good. Devour spine. Ow. Could have been worse. You know, I was debating taking the Nidode staff to this mission, and I'm almost thinking that we should have. But we're managing.
Slowly but surely, we carve our way through.
Book of Relaxation. Meh. Meh. We don't need it. Okay, who has the best chance? 90%? Swept up. Ah! I'm so sick of seeing you guys! Actually, can you drop your shield and give us a 2-piece set? That'd be real nice. Okay, we're just gonna try and focus fire one of them. I don't know if they have a revive. Fatal blow ended up hitting. It didn't bleed us, though.
Undying defiance.
Well, so much for focus firing one of them. Let's go ahead and buff up our damage, and then we gain +2. 24 crit on the one in the back. And that's with him taking 25% less damage. That's pretty good. You both have neurotoxins, so that dealt 40% more damage, which is pretty good. I'm going to just guard flak. That way we can focus on damage a little bit more. Ow. Okay, still no bleed. I'm gonna say that that bleed is probably insane with how little it lands. I'm gonna deal with stress a little bit, because I have the sneaking suspicion that it's gonna be a huge problem. Let's go for a stun. Ouch. We are on death's door. We didn't land the stun. Okay. Ah, that had a chance to stun. Oh, I see. He has a mace, and this one has an axe. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that they actually have a different moveset. Oh, man. That would have, That would have been good to note. Well, we made note of it now. The axe bleeds, and the mace stuns. So we get to keep that in mind now. Just go for more damage. Ooh, 17. Is he dead? No, but he sure is. No, he's dead now. He is dead now. 16 heal going down on Flak, who unfortunately is going to be debuffed for the rest of this, but that's fine. Let's just go for anticipation, just in case any funny business happens.
Insipid inspiration. Insipid inspiration.
Okay. Just go for a heal. Same deal, keep ourselves nice and topped up. You know the worst part? Even though we've gotten through this much of the dungeon, if the... Oh my... If the boss prevents us from healing, we're still in just miles of pain. Also, I thought you were dead. Half damage taken while below. Oh, I didn't take that into account. Alright. I also didn't fully realize that it's stacked. Okay, we're looking right as rain. Flak is no longer protected. Okay, good dodge. Good dodge. I was gonna say, immediately goes to death's door, but luckily that wasn't the case. Okay, they're still taking half damage, but we just have to keep wailing on them as much as possible. Let's get some more damage. Ouch. We could use all of our food. Okay, you know, I feel like attacking him is more of a hindrance to us than anything else. Let's trade. Or not. Let's just take it all. Flak decided that, no, he was not going to have a trade. He was going to win it. We got a trinket that certainly does something. I mean, we should probably take it, right? We know there's not going to be a hunger check, so let's just use all of our remaining food now. Alright. This is it. May the odds be ever in our favor. Oh my god.
Cripple them.
Did you just reduce my max health? No, it was just weird looking. Lord of the Flies. He has 320 health. And we have a dream. Let's get a regen ticking now. We also have a permanent horror. Ouch. Ball and chain dealing a little bit of damage. That's fine. It's not reducing our max health. It just looks weird. You don't have much protection, so I'm going to wind up. And then let's gain some crit. 32 damage is insane. And that's before we even get the second round of buffs. Oh, I see. You literally have enemies attached and you're using them. Ah, I see. 4 over 3 bleed, by the way. Alright. Let's get some neurotoxin. With how many turns you're taking, that's going to stack up pretty high. Let's heal that. Let's go ahead and just heal ourselves back up while we have the opportunity.
Undead choir.
Okay. We do have a tiny chance to stun. I'm gonna set up a riposte for now, though. Okay. Some damage. Ooh, big damage. Jolly hit him with a 20 crit. Amazing. Decompose. He loses one of his boys. Ow. Don't stun. Okay, good. We resisted. Okay, it's Ode.
Beyond crazy.
Well, that's the only time we get to use it. Let's hope that we get to make enough use out of it. You have neurotoxin, so I deal more damage. Alright, that's pretty much the only stun that we're going to be able to land. Let's just do some more damage. I think we can afford not to have healing in this rotation. Decompose. He loses his stunner.
Roiling swarm.
He ends up missing. That is very good for us. That would have been a lot of unnecessary stress. Keep up the damage. I think that was a 15 hit from Jali.
Undead choir.
Okay. We don't need the healing. Let's try for a stun. 20%. We don't land it. That's fine. Okay. More neurotoxin. I think we landed another 15. Decompose. He's lost all of his boys now. It's just him. We also get a crit heal for 2. Every little bit counts. I don't know how much we hit for, but I know that he got blighted for 8. Ow. There was a split second that I thought he was going to kidnap Jolly and that she was technically dead. I thought that might be what happens. Luckily, not the case yet. Grave Feast. Oh my god, he just healed for 65 health. Boy, that sucks. Well, just keep wailing on him. Pestilence. Okay, he has a riposte now. Oh, that's not good. Alright, let's just self-heal. Play it as slow as we need to go. That riposte is just going to do regular damage. Also, I'm just now looking at this. Good lord. Wow. Ouch. Okay, so it doesn't do too much damage, or that was a low roll. Now we're going to go ahead and get ourselves some regen. Also, his riposte went away. Does he only have 1? Okay, potential bleed. Yeah, it landed. 4/3. We're going to have to get rid of that. That's fine. Go for a stun. That's a crit. That's a stun. Alright, every little bit counts. Blight is still adding up very nicely. Let's cure that bleed before it gets too out of hand. Extra crit chance because he's low health. Okay, meat hook coming down on Sky. We got him. We got him. Not with this attack, but we got him.
Enough of these games.
And down the behemoth falls. We're done. Ah, well. That went pretty well. All things considered, that went really well. I am very pleased with that. So as far as these trinkets, Unholy Trinity. 15% damage, 15% armor piercing, 10% stun skill chance, and doubled buffs versus bleeding. Oh, so 30% damage, 30% armor pierce, and 20% stun chance. Splintering remains. On attack, all enemies take 3 flat damage. When hit, take 4 damage. Very risky, but that is debatably the most broken trinket we have gotten yet. Okay, so, on the one hand, I'm gonna say team building absolutely played a part here. Honestly, MVP, it's debatable between Natalie and Flack. Natalie and Flack, I think, were the absolute carries of this dungeon. Natalie because of her neurotoxin, Flack because of the insane numbers that he was dishing out. Everyone played a very massive role here, though. Like, all 4 of these characters absolutely are the reason that we got through it. If we had most other people on this team, except maybe Raptor, I think this dungeon would have been a colossal failure. But we saw it through. And the source of decay is no more. And Jolly, Flack, Natalie, and Sky are our first level 6s. Unerring? Replace Deadly, that sucks. Blade Master on Flack is amazing. Thick-Blooded, replace Assuaging, that sucks. Because I think it was 10% more stress healing. Okay, Duchess will be buffed on the next dungeon we take her on. Anybody new? No, you're all still alive. How about trinkets? Cultist. Meh. Okay. Not terrible. Now, here's the thing that I'm a little worried about. Do we crash? No. Not this time. That did so much exploration. Goodness. Well, technically, the play would be to go for the Malignant Dragon or the Wretched Plague Priest. However, both of those are not a good idea. I think we would be thoroughly mistaken to do either one of those. So, what I'm gonna do, Sky, let's get rid of the runs. Jolly! Dude, Stress Faster actually was, like, pretty crazy. I'm debating actually just keeping that. 6K, though. Kind of expensive. Blade Master, we are absolutely keeping a hold on, and we're getting rid of Unluckware. Yeah, Blade Master on Flack is insane. And then Natalie, we can't do anything for. How about Mr. Parrish Dennis? Nothing too noteworthy. Hakutaku's Wisdom, I do think that we should probably go through and save on people. Unfortunately, we can't really upgrade our stuff right now, and we also can't upgrade our treatment ward, but yeah, either way. So, just a quick TLDR, because I realized I haven't shown this off in quite some time. Nomad Wagon, looking pretty good. We haven't really needed to reduce trinket cost. We just haven't been buying too many trinkets, so right now, Merchant Network, we don't really need. Over in the Blacksmith, we are now maxed out. I didn't put their armor to 5. I probably should have, though, although we did still see it through, so debatably it was worth it. Over in the Guild, we need the final tier of Instructor Mastery. And honestly, that's pretty much everything of note inside of the upgrades. We also have Congenital Ryokan, the Bank, Cartographer's Camp, Granary, Puppet Theater, and the Skaven Supply Depot. If we ever get extremely lucky, we'll get Is Tree But Red, but that, I don't see that happening in the foreseeable future. So, with that, I believe that's gonna do it for this episode of The Amalgam Estate. All things considered, all things considered, the Lord of the Flies dungeon I like that it's all enemies from Bristle and Bone. I like that it, like, 100% of enemies are all from the mod, and it puts them together in a way to where you're quite literally trudging through the Lord of the Flies army to get to him. So much so, you even have to go through his 2 final defenders before you're actually able to fight him himself. And as far as appearance goes, very intimidating. He has the potential to heal for a lot. And I almost wonder if he gets back some of his boys if he heals back up to high enough health. I don't know. Luckily, we didn't have to test that. But if you go in there with level 6 people and they're all fully upgraded, honestly, that dungeon is pretty manageable. Like, all things considered, despite the numbers that they were dishing out, it's a level 6 dungeon. Like, it honestly wasn't that bad. I'm quite surprised at just how balanced it was. That being said, you know, obviously we did have very, very strong characters who were all working together very, very nicely. Not to mention the amount of just healing that we could all dish out. Flack with self-healing, Jolly with self-healing and regular healing. Natalie's trinket, I don't think ever went off, which had a small chance to heal for 1 and stress heal for 1. I don't think that went off a single time. But that, and then also Sky with her incredible healing. Yeah, like, the healing absolutely carried us, but if you go in there with a properly leveled team, that fight is actually, or that dungeon rather, is actually pretty balanced from the feel of things. But, regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.